Hello everyone, welcome back to the Perfect Storm Market Timing YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to take a look at how our indicators performed on Monday, 10/26/2020. I'm going to take a look at the Excel, and also we'll take a look at the rainbow indicator and see what we got going there. Okay, on this graphic you see on the screen, this is NinjaTrader trading software. We have the price chart on top, and then we have the Excel indicator on the bottom. So what we like to do is map out our likely trend for the day. So you can see on the bottom on the Excel part of the graph where the blue line peaks out here around 21:30 on the 25th. Both the green line and the blue line are working their way down until about 4 a.m. And then you can see we kind of flatline and then start to move upward. So that's indicating that we're going to get kind of a sideways to bullish bias at that point. And then around 10:30 in the day trading session, we're going to start to move down again for the rest of the afternoon until 4 o'clock. So that gives us a general roadmap for the day. The gray line part of this indicator gives us actual timing points to identify spike highs or lows, which give us points of entry to either initiate or add on to a trade, and also potential target points where we can take contracts off or exit our trade completely. So that gives us our general indication for Monday. So just to review that, we expect a downtrend from around 21:30. Actually, that was 9:30, not 10:30. And then we're going to run down to about 4 a.m. We're going to go sideways to up until about 10:20, 10:30, and then we're down the rest of the day. Again, here you see the gray line. You see the peaks and valleys marked by the arrows here correspond to the low and the two subsequent highs in the trading action. One of the ways we like to use the trend identification tool is to take trades off of the rainbow indicator in that direction. Recall that we had a downtrend until about 4 a.m. in the morning. Now notice here we have an RG3 short setup right around 2:30 a.m. and we get this really nice down move that ends up making a low about 20 minutes before the 4 a.m. low comes in from the Excel trend. Then a little bit later, around a little bit after 9, when we move to the long part of the zone, when we expect a bullish move up, notice how we get a real nice trade again on an RG3 setup. And then we are expecting to go down then the rest of the afternoon, and we pick up a short here about 2:30 in the afternoon. That gives us a nice trade late in the day, coming into an exit right before the close. This chart shows the first trade that I took yesterday on the 26th in the morning. You can see how the green line starts to turn up after it bottoms here and goes flat for a few hours. It turns up right after 8 a.m. Correspondingly, the blue line also turns up in that area, and we get that little spike low on the gray line that sets us up for a long. You can see that I put 2 on here at 34.16 and a half. And then when we went to the first spike up, I closed that trade out. Reason being, I had some distractions and couldn't sit with that particular one a little bit longer. So I took that off for 8.5 points, and that trade exited at the first gray line spike at the red arrow by my cursor here. I'm going to go to another chart and develop this out a little bit further. Okay, I'm picking this up off of the same trade. You can see where the buy 2 at 34.16 and a half was. I had to prematurely buy this. I was a little bit early. because of a phone call, so I figured I'd just buy back in case I was on the phone after the RG3 setup, which is highlighted here by the blue vertical line. You can see the RG3 setup here on the rainbow indicator, and we get that nice run. And then what happens here, I'm looking for a buyback. After that trade exit, you can see I have another blue line here, and that highlights an R4 setup. So we correct down, and this corrects right down to the minute where the R4 triggers, and that gives me time to put into another long. So you can see over the next 5 to 8 minutes, I put 3 contracts on and then ran that up and then took them off correspondingly at these 3 points. What happens here is we're double tapping at my GAN fan line. So I took 2 of them off there. I let one go after the breakout, hoping that we would accelerate, but I knew because of our Excel timing tool that we were going to be setting up for a short. So what you got there is a retest of the fan line, a move back up. I took the last one off, and then that sets up a short trade at this high right before this waterfall decline, right about 1020, 1025. And I want to go back and point something out on the Excel chart of how you can see this in advance. Okay, here we are, moving back to the Excel chart again. You can see right here, we're right in front of the waterfall decline, which was pointed out on the prior chart. We are coming to a topping area. You can see on the Excel sheet below, right at the area of the top, the blue line peaks out and spikes down. The green line peaks out and spikes down simultaneously with the blue line. And we have a spike high right there by my cursor, which is right after the little double tap right at the beginning of the waterfall decline. This triggers the short setup. And generally what happens when these 2 lines move in tandem, when the blue line and the green line either accelerate up or down, the corresponding move generally is fast and sharp. So that's kind of what I wanted to illustrate in today's video. You can see that made for a really nice trading day on Monday, and almost every day is like this when using these tools. So thanks for tuning in to the Perfect Storm, and we'll see you again with a new video next week.